lesson plan of English. Now we are going to work on the lesson plan of English. As I have told you, the first step of lesson plan of English is new words. I'm going to take a model chapter so that we can understand that how a teacher is going to implement new word activity in her classroom. The name of the chapter is Pocket Hole. The new word activity is a one-day activity. That is, it will take one period. One period can be of 40 minutes, it can be of 35 minutes. No matter what time you have in your schools, it will take one period. In old method of education, we have word meanings. In word meanings, the teacher used to underline the words in the start of the chapter. She makes the children search for meanings and then they write those meanings. In the end, they memorize those meanings to know what are the difficult words. Sometimes when they finish the whole chapter, the teacher gave the word meaning by herself. There was no criteria when the word meaning is introduced. But for the new word activity, you are going to keep in mind that new words is introduced before a chapter is introduced. That is, this is the introduction of the chapter through new words. And you are going to use 6 to 8 words from the chapter. 6 to 8 words. The teacher is going to introduce the chapter. She is going to motivate the children, show them the pictures, tell them that the name of the chapter is The Pocket Hole, and she is going to tell them that this story is about a boy and he likes animals. His friends have animals, they keep animals as pet in their homes, but this boy, whose name is Haris, he don't have a pet. He wants a pet in his home, and the story is about Haris and his pet. So we are going to start this activity. First you are going to motivate, then you are going to write the name of the chapter on the board. If you can draw a picture also. Then you are going to use 6 to 8 words of the chapter and you are going to write those words on the board. Teachers, in the same way, you are going to write the words, 6 words in this order from top to bottom. This activity of new word is an oral activity. The children are just going to concentrate on the teacher and they are just going to do the whole activity on the board. It means that there will be no books with the students. The teacher herself is going to use the book. The teacher is going to use the book during the whole activity, but no books will be for the students. It means when it's an oral activity, then the 2 steps of language development will be focused, and that is listening and speaking. Now I'm going to start the activity. So in this way that you are going to read these words with the help of sound. Sound, which is the modern way of reading words, because a human brain catches the word which are read with sound. Now I'm going to read those words, and in this same way you are going to read those words in your classrooms. Pocket, pocket, pocket. Let's say it together. Pocket, pocket. This method which I have used, that is 3 times I have read the word and 2 times the whole class is going to read, it is called 3-2 method. 3-2 method is a method which is used by beginners. For early learners, 3-2 method repetition helps them to make their speaking and listening skill develop. And in this way, when these skills are developed, then you can reduce the 3-2 method. But in the beginning, concentrate on the 3-2 method so that the skill of listening and speaking is developed very nicely. Okay? In the same way, you are going to read all the 6 words, and after reading all those words, you are going to come back to the first word. The first word is pocket. Now, what does a pocket means? Pocket means a piece of cloth which is stitched in your shirt, in your pant, in your bag, or in anything in which you keep things. It means that a teacher is going to give clues, she is going to give the meaning to the students, and then she is going to explain the word in the form of clues and meaning. The teacher herself. What is a pocket? A pocket is a piece of cloth which is stitched in a bag or in a cloth. Now, after giving the meaning, you ask the children to use the word in the sentence. Can you make a sentence of pocket? Okay, I have 2 pockets in my pant. I have 2 pockets in my pant. I have 2 pockets in my pant. Let's say it together. I have 2 pockets in my pant. I have 2 pockets in my pant. In the same way, you are going to use the word and you are going to ask the children to make the sentence. And you are going to repeat the sentence by 3-2 method. Now you have taken one sentence. After getting one sentence from the students, you are going to ask them to make another sentence of the same word. That is pocket. Now, can anybody tell me a sentence of pocket? Yes, I have a chocolate in my pocket. I have a chocolate in my pocket. I have a chocolate in my pocket. Let's say it together. I have a chocolate in my pocket. I have a chocolate in my pocket. In the same way, you are going to repeat the second sentence by 3-2 method. It means that now you have 2 sentences of the word pocket. Repeat this method with the same word and take 3 sentences from the classroom. The children are, you have the children and they are going to make sentences at least 3 of one word. After completing the first word, you move on to the second word. You give them the meaning and ask them to make sentences. The same procedure is repeated for each word. You give the meaning and the children are going to make sentences. The whole activity is done and is completed in complete 1 period. That is why we took only 6 to 8 words, so that we focus on the words and each and every word can be used to make sentences. New word activity teacher is a modern method of teaching, and it benefits the children in terms of vocabulary, in terms of making sentences. Their listening and speaking skills are developed. And so, new word is an activity which gives you the introduction of the chapter which you are giving in the classroom. So, this is the activity of new word which you are going to complete in 1 period. The second step of lesson plan of English